طيب Assalamu alaikum. I'm here with Amal Kassir, who is an international poet who graced us with a visit to New Jersey. I was honored that she performed at my swearing-in ceremony for my fourth term as mayor in the presence of the governor of the state of New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy, the Democratic state chairman. She flat out told them, I usually protest against people like you, but this is my first time. So Amal, tell me about that experience. Has it changed your perspective?
Absolutely. I know what it's like to be applauded by audiences, and I say that humbly. And so that's why I never trusted politicians.
Like me, right? You pointed at me.
But you're the exception.
Oh. You're the second person that tells me that, by the way.
It must
in 17 years of, all right.
It must be true then, because I spoke to a few members of the mayor's community, actually. And there were two words that one woman described. And she said, honest and just. And then I walked over to his mother and I asked her in Arabic, what did you give your son? And she said, in Arabic, honesty and justice. So two different women. One was from New Jersey, a black woman who's a school teacher, and then one was the mother of the mayor from Syria.
Okay.
And the two of them had the exact same thing to say about you.
Okay.
And for me, that's validation. I mean, that's how they collected the hadith and everything, right?
Yeah.
They had to make sure that all the stories matched up.
Right.
And so that was I didn't know it was possible for a politician to really be just and honest. I'm not gonna lie, everybody.
Yeah.
I was a cynic before this.
All right. So you think there's hope now?
I have to. It's my name. But I think that as long as there are people like you, doing this type of work, I think we have a shot. I mean, Ilhan Omar just got sworn in office yesterday, right?
Very inspirational.
Ya Allah. I did not know. I didn't know my people were there.
Yes, and Rashida Tlaib, also a Palestinian American.
I'm not going to lie. Seeing the family behind the scenes today, I took some pictures where the mayor's sons and his wife are standing there, and his daughters with the book, our holy book, our Quran.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. You have no idea what that meant to me.
Yeah,
As this kid in America who thought that was the enemy, that side of the line were the people hurting us. But
so it's all about perspective then.
Ain't that the truth? That's a great way to put it.
Right, because do you see stuff like that in Denver, Colorado?
No, we see the politicians refusing to come outside when we demand it. That's what we see.
Right.
So, but I guess when you're getting yelled at, it makes sense, right?
Yeah. Well, now we're fortunate in the state of New Jersey. Alhamdulillah, we have a lot of Muslims who are running for office. A lot of Muslims getting involved in their communities, which is what we always encourage. So you're seeing the possibilities, I think. And what's going on in New Jersey can be duplicated in different parts of the state.
I believe it.
And, there's one saying that I remember from Congressman Keith Allison where he said, if you're not at the table, and please excuse my daughter, we're trying to put her to sleep. My wife is working on it. But she must have had too much sugar today. So Congressman Keith Allison said, if you are not at the table, you're part of the menu.
Wow.
And I think in New Jersey, we're getting our seat at the table. We're not fully there yet.
Right.
But different parts of the U.S., they're not even near the table.
Yeah. And
they don't see the light that we see here. And obviously for the governor to come out to the inauguration to swear in a mayor who's of Syrian background, who's a Muslim, tells you that I think when we integrate ourselves into society and they see who we are and what we are all about, we become more accepted.
Right.
The narrative of the media starts fading, and the true narrative, who we really are, is what starts shining.
I think the huge lesson for me was, it's exactly that, because the media has also convinced me that they're the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe my protests, I'm choosing to see only us versus them. And so for me, this was a humbling experience because this rowdy little, anti-establishment hooligan kid got to see that in reality, these are people too. Right? We tend to, in our dehumanization, we dehumanize. And I think to be able to be on a stage today with, honestly, the governor looked at me and he said he would pray for my family. You know what I mean? That's maybe that's big.
So sometimes we should try to speak before we start shouting, maybe.
And sometimes we should not even use our mouths. We should listen. Yeah. They say there's a reason why you have 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Amal, and your name is Hope, and you've asked me why I reached out to you, and I tell you at your young age, and I'm probably twice your age, you have inspired me. You have a fantastic talent. So what are your plans for the future?
Well, I have a big project ahead of me right now. And, as someone who talks so much, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I think, is telling me to listen because in a matter of, I'm not kidding, in a matter of 2 days, I met 2 deaf Muslim women. One was an animator, one was a poet. And then I was booked into 2 deaf accommodating hotel rooms. I've been in thousands of hotel rooms. And this is the first time, and it was 2 in a row in 2 different cities. And so it seems like it's time for me to stop talking and see at the very, very grassroots level what the needs of our own people are. Because the reality is, so what if we're in the White House? If someone who's deaf can't come to the masjid and understand the khutbah, what does the White House mean to them?
Absolutely.
So there's these little accommodations, and my goal is to bring accommodations for people with disabilities, whether it's a Braille Quran, whether it's it's wheelchair access, whatever it is. I want to bring it to all the mosques, but platinum level 50 mosques in 50 states, inshallah.
And I will be here to help you in New Jersey, inshallah.
I need the youth.
Definitely, absolutely.
I need the youth to help me.
And on the mention of the youth, what is your message to the youth? Because I think, I was at your age at one point, and I think it's the point between you're letting go of thinking that you're a youth, now you're fully pledged adult.
Right.
What is your message to the youth, and what is your message to the older generation as well? You're the connecting bridge right now.
This is very important, and this is all youth. It doesn't matter what your background is, what your ethnicity, your race, anything. Our elders are people too, and they're very difficult people to deal with sometimes. And I know that the term unmosqued is a mainstream term in our communities now. It's tragic.
Really? I don't even know what that means.
Unmosqued, it means you don't go to the mosque anymore. It means you feel out of place in the mosque, and it's a mainstream word.
Wow.
And it's understandable if you... I think you said it earlier today. You said that what's the point of being anti-establishment unless you plan on getting rid of that establishment and creating a new one? There's no point in opposing something. And to the young ones, number one, stop limiting yourself. The obstacles are just obstacles. They're not going to limit you. They're not. If the elders in the mosque are giving you a hard time, then you know what you do? You find someone they'll like and send them in. You figure it out. You do what you can do. And to the elders, your time on this earth is not going to last forever, so you have to pass the torch.
Absolutely.
You have to pass the torch. And it's time for all generations to sit down and listen to each other. The youth, it doesn't matter how mad they make you. If you don't know how to respect them, you won't know how to respect the others who give you problems. Fact of the matter, if you cannot respect your own elders from your own communities, what happens when the racist comes and spits in your face? How are you going to handle that? So that's why we start with the family dynamic, because if you don't know how to respect your parents, it's going to be really hard in the real world. And
I always say, you know what? Humanity survived because we were able to pass on the knowledge from generation to generation. So when the youth say they're anti-establishment, then I concur with you. I did say it. Create your own establishment. You can't live in a society that has no rules. You know, there is no such thing. It becomes chaos. So do something to change the reality, but you can't say we're just gonna live and do whatever the heck we want, because it doesn't work. Then you know, then someone else who has more power than you will come and do you injustice, and there's no rule to protect you. You know, so
that's true.
I do want to thank you, and I want to thank your parents for raising this wonderful, wonderful human being. I think you're a bright star for many people. And we were honored with your visit. And inshallah, we definitely want you back in New Jersey many, many times. I know I got great, great reviews from the people who heard you today. I will be posting it on social media as well, and posting it on
it's worth
Facebook.
To interrupt you, when I went up there and I said my speech, all of my material came from what the community had to say about him. So as impressive as it was that I said it, I think it's more impressive that that's what they had to say about you in the first place.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Allah Kareem, right?
So just like I thank your parents, I thank my parents for raising me well as well. So and that's the thing, is we need to respect our elders, and our parents, all what they did is pass on the knowledge and the manners that they were taught from their parents. So if we want to continue order and we want the world to become a positive place, then we cannot disrespect the elder or disregard them, obviously.
And take the faults that they have and learn from that. Otherwise, you're just perpetuating a cycle of silence or of misdeeds.
Yeah. Listen, maybe they can't catch up with technology. That's a whole different issue. You know,
that's what the issue is.
That's something, you know, but the manners they teach us, and you know, what they teach us about their life experiences are definitely applicable in most situations that we deal with in life. So again, I want to thank you, and I want to, if your parents are watching, I want to thank them for raising such a wonderful human being. I know you got to catch a flight soon, so we want to keep you up very late, but keep on smiling, keep on speaking, keep on inspiring. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.